Welcome back, explorers and omniplanetary travelers. Today, we'll be attempting to survive the monumental world of Terradino, home to the Vaxaurians, among other notable species. Terradino is almost completely a jungle planet, having evolved in such a way as to be able to use the planet's natural resources to the fullest extent. This planet is the living embodiment of go big or go home, as many of the species on the planet certainly did. We'll begin with the most well-known of the species, the Vaxaurians. Vaxaurians are the species on the planet that seems the easiest time thriving. However, an incident many hundreds of years ago has caused a regression for the species. And it wasn't just for the species, all species on the planet. That event seemingly reset the Vaxaurians to a more aggressive and combative age. Now they use their strengths for combat and sparring. Vaxaurians are a prideful species, always wanting to be on the top of the social structure. However, because of this, Vaxaurians will attack their own kind if it means being the top dino. In this time of extreme combat, they had to evolve the natural ability to shift their size sixfold in order to make the combat more interesting and to fight their natural predator. There are a few Vaxaurians who don't care too much for the combative nature of their planet, wishing to seek a more fulfilling life. For these Vaxaurians, there is the remains of the pre-Calamity events. These are mostly in the form of temples. These temples are decrepit and falling apart more and more by the day. These temples contain many old writings of the planet's species, on all the species of the planet. These ruins also hide much of the knowledge behind puzzles that may require skills that Vaxaurians don't have anymore. This doesn't make them impossible to navigate, but for those who do, they either have to team up with the Sudariums or fight their way through the ruins. Sudariums are the only other intelligent species on the planet. Using their combustible fluids in the gastrointestinal tract, referred to by the locals as star power, they are able to form weapons such as whips, as well as being able to fly using retractable wings. This fluid is referred to as star power by the locals due to its resemblance to the bright stars that adorn the night sky. The Sudariums are just as prideful as the Vaxaurians. However, they are considerably smarter than the Vaxaurians. They use the Vaxaurians to build themselves monuments and even bring them food, with protection from threats from the sky being promised in return. In reality, the Sudariums will only do half the job when absolutely required. There is just one species, however, that makes every other living thing on the planet wither with fear. The Chaos Effects Sumaria, referred to the locals as Tyrannops, and for this expedition, I will be referring to them as the Tyrannops as well, as it is considerably hard to actually speak of. The Tyrannops are an ultra-strong species, the likes of which make even the Vaxaurians struggle to lift. This is called the sound of the footsteps sent Vaxaurians and Sudariums to scatter in a frenzy. The Tyrannops also have the ability to shoot out a strong webbing that can trap the Vaxaurians and Sudariums both together. One of the benefits to the Sudariums having combustible fluids is that they can melt the webbing if they are okay with burning themselves in the process. However, the Tyrannops has just one fatal flaw: their immense size. Their immense size means that Sudariums are able to just fly away, while the Vaxaurians are able to trap them in a confined space that they otherwise would be able to traverse through. However, all this is not to say an alternate version of the Vaxaurians who didn't develop the ability to grow in size, although they never hit regression, instead having evolved weapons on their tails to be able to combat the many trials of their planet. In the future, if a war were to ever break out between the Vaxaurians and Sudariums, the Vaxaurians would evolve the ability to shoot them out of the sky. Truly, this planet is filled with many species, each of them quickly to adapt to the situations they're placed in. So remember folks, if you ever need somebody to help you move your monument, the Vaxaurians are always looking for feats of strength. Until next time explorers, take care.